Nan Madol, the mystery of the titans who raise stones over the sea. Imagine yourself sailing through open waters when, suddenly, an entire city emerges before your eyes, built atop ocean reefs, colossal blocks of basalt, each weighing the equivalent of hundreds of men, arranged with near impossible precision, as if they were components of a clock engineered with the utmost sophistication. But the most astonishing part, all of this was accomplished centuries before the invention of steel or any modern technology. This scene is not the product of fiction or ancient legend. It is the enigmatic reality of Nan Madol, one of the most intriguing archaeological sites on the planet. Located on the remote island of Pohnpei in Micronesia, this city was built over the sea, resting on a network of small artificial islets. Its structure is astounding, with stones weighing up to 50 tons, assembled without cranes, engines, or metal tools. It is a feat that seems to defy all logic and challenges our understanding of ancient civilizations. Since its discovery by Western explorers in the 19th century, Nan Madol has captured the imagination of archaeologists, historians, and mystery enthusiasts. The first written accounts describe monumental structures that appeared to have been raised by superhuman hands. These observations soon gave rise to local legends of mystical powers and supernatural beings, legends that only increased global fascination with the site. Curiously, many of the earliest records describe parts of the city that are no longer visible today, suggesting that entire sections of Nan Madol may have disappeared over time, buried by jungle or swallowed by the sea. This raises the question, how many secrets still lie beneath the soil and waters of this lost city? But beyond its impressive scale, Nan Madol holds other surprises. Recent research indicates that some of the structures may have been aligned with astronomical events, such as the solstices. This suggests that the ancient inhabitants, the Sodelur, possessed advanced astronomical knowledge and applied it to religious ceremonies, in a manner reminiscent of the Egyptians and the Maya. Could they have developed their own star-based calendar system? However, the mystery deepened even further in 2024. An aerial scan using LiDAR technology revealed an intricate network of canals hidden beneath the vegetation surrounding Nan Madol. These canals, connecting the city to agricultural zones, resemble the sophisticated hydraulic systems of the Maya, showing that the metropolis was supported by a well-planned land-based logistics network. This raises the possibility that the city is only the visible part of a much larger, still buried and unexplored structure. But ultimately, who were the engineers behind this millennia-old feat? How did they manage to move and stack gigantic rocks over the ocean? Were they connected to some forgotten ancient wisdom? In a world full of ruins that defy modern archaeology, Nan Madol rises as one of the most compelling enigmas. Often called the Atlantis of the Pacific, this lost city inspires tales of ancient kingdoms, mystical practices, and, according to some local traditions, even the presence of giants. The floating city of Nan Madol, between giants, legends, and forgotten technology today, we will delve into one of the most fascinating mysteries of oceanic archaeology. Nan Madol, an ancient metropolis built upon the waters that defies both the logic and the technical knowledge of its time. We will explore its possible origins, the myths surrounding its creation, and the theories that attempt to uncover how an ancestral people managed to erect such a marvel. Prepare for a journey where mythology and science walk hand in hand. The giants of oral tradition. According to the beliefs of the inhabitants of Pohnpei, Nan Madol was not the work of mere mortals. Tradition speaks of two giant brothers, Olisipa and Olosopa, who are said to have come from the legendary land of Kanamwaiso, crossing the seas in an enormous canoe. Gifted with mystical powers, The twins were reportedly able to summon a winged dragon that levitated massive basalt blocks and set them perfectly atop the reefs, as if they were pieces of a divine puzzle. Even today, on nights of the full moon, some claim to hear sounds coming from the channels, the distant echo of stones moving on their own. Are we witnessing a poetic metaphor, or signs of a lost technology? Hidden structures and conflicting theories. But what we see today at Nan Madol might only be the surface of a much deeper story, literally. In 2023, a team from the IUA Forum used multi-beam sonar technology to scan the floor of the lagoon surrounding the site. What they found intrigued everyone. Submerged linear formations with precise angles and surprising symmetry, nicknamed phantom walls. These discoveries sparked intense debate. Geologists argue the structures are merely collapsed reefs, while archaeologists believe they might represent a submerged expansion of the city. Could the oldest core of Nan Madol still lie hidden beneath the waters, ready to challenge the accepted timelines of human occupation in the Pacific? In addition, many basalt blocks display unusual markings, incompatible with the known tools of the era. These details support the hypothesis that the builders possessed some form of technical or energetic knowledge that still eludes us, center of power, or point of convergence. Among the most provocative theories is the idea that Nan Madol functioned as a meeting hub for Pacific Island peoples. The presence of artifacts such as obsidian blades, a material not found on the island itself, suggests the existence of maritime trade routes and the exchange of knowledge. This finding reinforces the notion that the ancient inhabitants maintained contact with other cultures, perhaps sharing knowledge about navigation, architecture, and social organization. Could Nan Madol have been more than just a ritual center? Perhaps it served as the link in a sophisticated intercultural network connecting distant islands long before we ever imagined. A colossal work upon the sea. The structure of Nan Madol impresses even through the lens of modern engineering. The city is composed of about 100 artificial islets, connected by an intricate network of canals, creating the appearance of a literally floating city. Each islet was built by stacking gigantic basalt blocks over coral reefs, forming stable platforms where wooden structures were erected, from residences to temples and administrative centers. Some of these stones weigh up to 50 tons, and it is estimated that more than 750,000 tons of basalt were used in total. The origin of these stones also raises questions. It is believed they were extracted from quarries located several kilometers away, requiring maritime transport in a time before the wheel had arrived in the region. How was this transport carried out? What methods were used to move and stack such colossal masses without metal tools or animal traction? These are questions that remain unanswered, and that continue to fuel the aura of mystery surrounding Nan Madol. Whether a legacy of mythological giants, an ancient center of lost knowledge, or a feat of engineering ahead of its time, Nan Madol remains one of the greatest enigmas of the ancient world. A place where archaeology meets myth, and where every new discovery brings us closer to a story that is still being written. Nan Madol is the city that defies logic and time. A new discovery has added even more complexity to the already enigmatic puzzle of Nan Madol. Recent analyses have revealed that some of the stones used in the construction of the city possess a mineral composition distinct from those found near the island of Pohnpei. This finding suggests that many basalt blocks may have come from far more distant locations, indicating that the ancient builders operated beyond the geographical limits of Micronesia. This hypothesis was reinforced by a study published at the end of 2024, which used X-ray fluorescence to examine 48 basalt samples. The results are striking. About 88% of these stones originated from volcanic columns formed between 7 and 8 million years ago, located on hard-to-reach cliffs more than 15 kilometers across open sea. This raises a troubling question. How could it have been possible to transport rocks weighing up to 50 tons across such a distance without the aid of wheels, draft animals, or any known technologies? Each new scientific finding only deepens the mystery. Some bolder theorists suggest that the Sodaleur, the civilization responsible for building Nan Madol, may have used principles of magnetic levitation or some other technique we have yet to understand. A bold idea indeed, but each discovery seems to push the boundaries of what we believed was possible for an ancient society considered isolated. Time is running out for Nan Madol. While scholars attempt to decipher the secrets of this metropolis on the sea, another challenge looms urgently: environmental threat. According to a UNESCO report also released in 2024, ocean acidity has increased by about 30% since the Industrial Revolution and could rise to an astonishing 170% by the end of this century if no action is taken. This development threatens to seriously compromise the structural integrity of Nan Madol. Without drastic change, a significant part of this historic city could be submerged or dissolved by acidic waters in the coming decades. Soon, we will show exclusive footage of the most vulnerable areas and how watching this video can directly contribute to preservation efforts for this important heritage site. Much more than stone and technique. What makes Nan Madol truly unique is not just its monumentality, with its artificial islets, colossal basalt blocks, and complex network of interlinked canals, but the way it combines technical sophistication, advanced social organization, and a deeply present spiritual dimension. Despite scientific advances, the true fascination of this ancient city lies precisely in the gaps of our understanding. The memory of the Sodaleur, wrapped in tales of giants, magic, and invisible forces, continues to inspire and provoke. Fully understanding Nan Madol requires more than measurements and archaeological theories. It demands respect for the symbolic and spiritual universe that permeated the worldview of its ancient inhabitants. A legacy that endures, Nan Madol remains one of archaeology's greatest enigmas, a silent monument that challenges our certainties about the past. Its ruins invite us to question the limits of what we know and perhaps how far we can go. After all, what if solving mysteries like this one completely redefined the narrative of human history? Perhaps we are closer to the answer than we think. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and don't leave just yet. YouTube has selected 2 amazing videos from our channel just for you. Click on one of them and continue exploring the secrets of the past. We're sure you'll be amazed.